Welcome to the channel. We're going to build Star Wars lightsabers. In the first video we're going to use a First Harvest PCB. In the second video we will use a Proffieboard. And in the third video we're going to build a Golden Harvest. For the first lightsaber we need an RGB LED, an on-off switch, load port, battery holder, battery, First Harvest PCB and a loudspeaker. To connect the wires in the right way, we can find on the internet a wiring diagram with the explanations of the contacts and a wiring diagram we need for our project. I connected the power supply to the RGB LED, the red wire to the plus, and when I connect the minus to the black wire, the red light is coming on. So there's the red LED. For the green wire it's the green LED, and for the blue wire it's the blue LED. So I have wire over here. I just strip it. And connect it to the corresponding color. Just wait a second. So. Put some shrinking tube on it. And one wire done, 3 to go. Okay, the connection wires are extended, so they're now long enough to install in the hilt. And before I mount it into the hilt, I want to test if everything is working correct. So we do the plus to the red wire, and if you remember, it's the black wire is red. Working. Green LED, and blue, the blue LED. Okay, now we'll enter it in the hilt. And it's there. And secured in place. Perfect. To keep the wires together, I put some shrink wrap around it. See if this is wide enough. Put it in here. Okay. Warm it up. Next, the loading port and the power button. Next, we're going to install the loading port, which we use to charge the battery. It has 2 pins, and the outside has a switch in it, and when you push in the connector it opens these contacts, and that's what we're going to use to turn the lightsaber on and off, and that the battery is only loaded when the system is off. To prevent the risk of a shortage, I've put soldering mask on the contacts. I'm using a 2-component adhesive. Make sure you mix it well. And I put it on the hilt, only a little bit, not too much. Like this. Put the wires in. Whoop. Mixed up. So. It is time to connect the power button, and I'm using 2 green wires to connect it from the power switch to the PCB. We repeat the steps of the loading port and we glue the power button in. I keep the power button in place with a piece of tape. Next step is to install the loudspeaker in the battery and PCB holder. I use some hot glue to install the loudspeaker in the battery holder. Okay, we are going to install the first items on the PCB. First we're going to connect the speaker, and the speaker has only 2 wires and it's connected over here with the green wires to the PCB too. In the schematic they're green, I'm using purple wires. So let's go on. First I cut the wires in the right size. That's 1. That's 2. Just strip the wire. Put some solder on the wires. And I secured the PCB with some tape, just because it's more stable like this. A bit solder on the pads. And connect the wires to the PCB. So, how easy is it to build your own lightsaber? Okay, let's connect the power button. And if you remember, we are using a loading port. So, here we have the loading port, and with the middle pin as the plus, which we're not going to connect right now, but we have a switch. And the switch wire is purple in our case, which is from the switch, which is the minus from the battery, and Here we have the button, so we have the minus, which is the purple one, and we have the green wires from the button. So we're going to connect them. Again, we have to trim the wires to the right length. Like this. Strip the ends. A little bit of solder. This is not okay. So, let's check. Yep. A little bit of solder on the pads. So this is for the switch contact and to the minus. Better position, so that's one. The ground side of the switch. That's two. So, and we have to connect the other side of the switch also. Trim. And put them together. Bingo. Now we're going to connect the RGB, which, if you remember, are the four wires, the red, black, blue and green. And we're going to connect the black wire over here from the first contact on the PCB, the green wire over here and the blue wire over here. So, and we do that in the same way as we did before. We trim the wires and we wait with the red wire because that's going to the plus of the battery. Black, the green and the blue. I'll also put some solder on it. Do you see it? Yeah. So this one is for the red LED, which is the black wire. Of course, we're using the red for the plus. This one, the green one. And the blue one. So, also done. Only thing that's left is to connect the battery. Okay, let's do the final step, and that's connecting the battery. What I did off camera is I extended the red wires, one for the PCB and one for the battery, and one for the other side of the battery, the minus. So we'll connect the plus first, but let's show you. We have a button in here. With this button we can switch off the lightsaber, so there is no power on the PCB as long as this is in. So let's put a little bit of tin on the wire and on the PCB. I'm right-handed, so put this out of the way. Up. The wire's a little bit stiff. The whole PCB is connected. So actually we don't need this anymore, but I'll leave it there for a while. We're going to put the plus and minus wire through the hole here, through this side. So, and what I will do is I will connect the minus first, then I'll put some PCB mask on it, soldering mask with the UV light, so that it's isolated, and then I will connect the red wire. We need a bit of space, so we'll manage to do it like this. We don't work on the PCB right now, so bit of solder on the wire. And we do some solder. I will do it. Take it out first. And you'll see how easy this is done. Now I put it in here and then connect. It's a bit hard to see, I think. Take care of your fingers. And this one is connected. I'm going to put some I'll use this kind of stuff. Let's see, reflection. So, UV. It's a solder mask, and when I put it on there, I'll remove the cap. need a little bit, it's too much, so I use a little stick tool. This is my UV light. Power supply. Light on and dry. Leave it on there for a small moment. And it's hard already. Make sure the light gets everywhere. Next, let's check it first. Okay. That's why I can't go through this way. So, it's in. Now the last wire. Let's see how it fits. Okay, got it to the right length. A little bit of solder. And connect the wire. And we're actually done. That's how you make your lightsaber. I put also a bit of mask on this. The UV light. And you can use hot glue also for this. Next is testing. Okay, I've put some Kapton tape to get the PCB in place, or to keep the PCB in place. And let's see if it's working. Just remove the plug. There it is. Now we have a blue light, as you can see, which